Hello everyone.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Less people joined. Right? Okay. Uh, in the previous session, we have completed the special character, like special operators, and also we have completed the not operator, right? So we have the another last operator, last type of operator, that is set operators. In this set operators, we have totally four types. First one is union set operator. Second one is union all. Third one is intersect. And the last one is minus. Okay. Set operator, why we use the set operator and how we use it means set operator, it is also a type of operator, we know that. And here what we are going to do is we are going to combine the output of the two queries. Okay, we consider the queries. For example, this is the syntax. I can consider this is one query and the above one is one query. Okay, right? These are the separate queries. What we are going to do is by using the set operator, we are going to combine these queries. After combining the queries, when we execute the query, what the compiler will do means it will check the first query and it will take the output, it will compare that output with the another query output. Then it will displace the output for us. Okay. Here, first thing, by using the set operator, we are going to combine two queries output. Okay. How we are going to work on that set operator means we are while writing the query, we are going to mention two queries with any one type of the set operator. For example, union. Okay. We are taking the example as union. I have two queries that is provided in the query itself. I am going to write the two queries by using the union operator. Okay, union set operator. Now, what the compiler will do is it will execute within itself two queries also separately. Okay, it will get some output. Then what it is going to do is it is going to combine those output and it will give the output for us. I will show you how. And in the set operator, the same thing, the number and order of the columns. While if we are inserting the columns to a table, obviously the column number should be same, right? All the columns, we should mention the value for all the columns. We can't leave any of the column. In that same way, in the set operator also, number and order of the column must be same while writing the query, and we should look into the data types. Data types must be given to each and every column. Okay. Give you the syntax. Syntax is select star from table name. Then if the query will be provided with a condition, right? That condition we are going to mention by using the where class. Where class, then let's mention condition. Then, for example, any of the operator that might be union, that might be union or intersect, minus, any type of the operator you are going to mention. I am going to mention set operator. Okay. After that, this is one query, right? Till here it is one query. Then I am using the set operator. After that, I need to write another query. So let's start. Here I'm going to use the semicolon. Semicolon we are going to use always at the end of the query. Okay. Here, yeah, we used two queries, but we can't use the semicolon at the end of the first query. If we use the semicolon at the end of the first query, means the query is ending there. We are telling to the compiler that the query is ending in the where condition only, after where condition. So we need to mention the semicolon at last every time we write the query. This is how we are going to use, by using this syntax, we are going to execute the set operator. Okay, first one is union operator. What is this union operator? Union set operator will do means, as I said, set operator, why we use the set operator? By using this set operator, we are going to get the output of the output from the two queries. Okay, means that it is going to combine the output of the two queries and it will give the result for us. In union, if we use the union operator, it will do the same thing, but it won't show the, or it won't display the duplicate values. Okay. Output won't display the duplicate values. Okay, like write a query to write a query to display the all the like employee details, those who are working in the location Bangalore, and also they are work, and also display the people who are working under the department number 20. Okay, here for example, in one query I'm taking like, so let's start from employee, and I'm giving the condition that where address need to display the people who are working in the location Bangalore. This is the condition I'm providing for the first query. Then I'm going to mention the set operator, that is union set operator. After that, in another query, I'm going to use, so let's start from employee. In the condition, I'm providing that department number should be equal to 90. Okay. See here. Display velocity. Okay, here like this working same as the AND operator. Since in the Bangalore location people are not working under the department number 20. Okay, but these Hassan, Mysore and Hassan, these people are working in the department number 20. So it is displaying only the department number 20, like the people who are working under department number 20. And since this first what happened, the compiler check for the first query. Okay, this select start from employee. There are people who are working in the Bangalore, right? After that, it will check for the second query that the people who are all working in the department number 20. Yeah, there are people who are working in the department number 20. Then afterwards, it will combine both of them. Since Bangalore people are not working in 20, but there are people who are working in department number 20 with another different address. So it displayed only the people who are working under department number 20. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then the next operator is union all operator. In this is same as the union operator, but union all operator, what it will do, it will like in the union operator, in the output, we are not going to display that. Compiler won't allow to display the duplicate values. But in the union all operator, it will also display the duplicate values. There is no restriction in that thing. To do the same query. Here we are going to get the same thing, because here also the condition is given in the way like Bangalore and 20. There is no people who are working in the Bangalore location and in the department number 20. So we are going to get only the department number output. Okay. Just the difference is like in the union set operator, output won't include the duplicate values, but in the union all operator, it will include everything. There is no restrictions in the union all operator. Then we have the intersect set operator. Here what happens, the we'll have the two queries. Okay, the common output of both the queries, the compiler will check for the common output in both the queries. Then it will display that common output. That's it. It won't display whole data. Okay. Let me take the same example. Since we have and or operator, we are not going to use the set operators much. Actually, we won't use the set operators a lot. See, this is the empty set. Why it is empty set? Because in the first query, what might be the output we are going to get? All the people who are working in the Bangalore, we are going to get the output. Spelling mistake. Okay. See, these are the 4 people who are working in Bangalore, right? Look into the department number. There is no 20, department number that has 20. Then another query is the people who are all working in department number 20. See, we have 3 people who are working in department number 20. Is there any data that is similar with this in these 2 tables? Common?
No,
No, right? So it is giving the empty set. Okay, understood. Intersection. If there is a common thing in both the tables, in both the queries, then it is going to display output. Right, I'll display this union. Here what happens means now we are going to get both the values. See, now I'm going to get Bangalore people also who are all working in Bangalore, and also the people who are all working under department number 20. Okay, I missed out with the spelling. The same way, even in the union all also, we are going to get the same output. If we have the if we have the duplicate values between these two or between these two queries, then that might be like it won't be displayed while using the union operator. It might display in the union all operator. Let's check. No, there are no duplicate values. Okay, understood? Sorry, I missed out the spelling, so it was showing just the only the people who are working in department number 20. Understood? Union, all, and intersection.
yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Okay, the next type of set operator is minus. Okay, how it works means this minus operator, it will like since we are going to write the 2 queries. Okay, first query, what are all the things, what are all the output that comes in the first query? It will consider that output and it will display those output of the first query, which is not present in the second query. Okay, or we have the query, we have the first query. Let us consider till here, it is the first query. The compiler is going to execute this query. Okay, then it is going to execute the another query also. it will get some output in the first query and some output in the second query. Okay, what it will do, what it is going to display if we use the minus operator means, it will compare the two queries, then it will display the first query, means it will display the output of the first query, and it won't display that is not present in the second query. Means minus thing, like for example, if we are doing 3 minus 2, okay, we have totally like 3 fruits in our hand, for example 3 apples. We are going to minus, when we are going to minus the 2 apple, means we have already 3 and we are throwing out 2 apples, means we'll be left out with 1, right? Means first we are considering that 3, then we are considering the 2. Getting or confusing?
Can you please repeat that thing?
Yeah. Sure. Let me take one example. Have similar. Actually, minus operator we can't work in the SQL tool. We can work it by using the online compiler. But in the online compiler, you should create a table and then you should write the query for the minus operator. See, there are 3 people who are working in Hassan location. Okay, this is the one query. Then okay, this is the second query. Here, what is minus operator? How it will work means it will take the output of the two of the queries. Then how it will display the output means first query which is not present in the another query, means first query output that is not present in the another query output, it is going to display that has the output. Means here these 3 people are working in Hassan and these 3 people are working under department number 20. We have in here, we have Hassan and another one person who is working in Hassan. The same output we get in the first query also, right? So we have the answer, we have the output, we have the same thing that is in the first query and also in the second query, that only the 2 values. But we don't have the person who is working in Mysore under department number 20. So what it will do means, while compiling, it will display only the person who is working in Mysore and under department number 20. Means, since here means this will be the output. Okay, first this will be the output. Then what happens in this, from the second output, it will take only the Mysore, like Sanjana, only take the Sanjana's details. It won't take again the Hassan, who is this, Naveen and Lata's details, because it in the first query output, that record is already there. understanding. Actually, only Lata's details. Lata and Naveen here will come with Sanjana, Naveen, Lata. Yeah. It is going to display Chaya, Naveen, Lata, and Sanjana. Understood? Guys, want to explain again?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First thing is minus operator means the operator displays the output by comparing the two outputs of the two queries. Okay. What it will do means it will display the output in such a way that it won't consider the output that is already got from the first query. Here, this is the output I got from the first query, and this is the output I got from the second query. Okay. Here, I have the details of Chaya, Naveen, and Lata. And in the second query, I have the details of Naveen, Sanjana, and Lata. Okay. The thing is, in the minus query, what happens? It will display all the output records from the first query. All the output records from the first query, which is not present in the second query. Okay, means it will display this whole output of the first query, but in the second query, it won't consider the details that is already in the output of the first query. It will consider only the detail which is not present in the first query. Which whose detail is not there in the first query? In the first query output,
Sanjana detail is not there.
right? Now what happens? This Sanjana detail combined with this table, and we are going to get totally 4 members details.
Okay.
Okay,
Ma'am.
understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just like try it in the online compiler. Okay, if you find any difficulties, I'll do it once again in the next class. Okay, just go to the browser and type the SQL online compiler. Then you can work on that minus operator, because you need to create the table also. Since I didn't created the table in there, I'll just do it in the next class. You guys can try it once. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then the next topic is functions. What are these functions? Functions are the some set of statements, that is, some will be in the compiler itself, or some will be created by us while using the tool, right? How we write the function means, we are going to mention the function name. There are different types of functions. So we are going to write the function name. Then with the parenthesis, inside that parenthesis, we are going to put the input values. We are going to include the input values that is provided in the query. Okay. In the functions, here in the SQL, we have totally 2 types of function. That is, first one is user-defined function. User-defined function. And the second one is predefined function. Predefined functions or built-in function. Or built-in function. What is this user-defined function means? This is the functions. These are the functions that comes under this type of function, means user defined function. That means, as the heading says, these functions that are created by the user as per the requirement or as per his or her convenience. Those functions we are going to call it as user defined function. Okay, like we have some requirement and I need this function. If I use this function, it is easy to like understand the requirement, or it is easy to execute the queries for that particular requirement. On that time we can create our own functions based on that requirement. If we do such thing, then those functions will be called as user defined functions. Okay, then we have another type, the second one, that is predefined function or built-in function. Predefined or built-in functions means these are the type of functions that are already present in the tool. While we are installing the compiler, if we use like in the first, we'll get custom, full, and there are another options will be there. Okay, custom means customize, right? Customizing the tool. Now I'm installing. If I select or if I check on the custom option, then it will show the many options that are included in the tool. What are all the things will be in the tool, it will show it. Then I will check or I'll select which are all the things I want. Okay, I can particularly select those things which I want in my tool. The same way, even in the like while installing the compiler, if we give full install full as we install the SQL, it will give all the all the things that is present in the SQL. The same way, predefined function will be present in the library of the SQL tool. Okay, there are some functions that are already in the library. Just we can use them directly by using in the query. Okay, we are not going to create any function in the predefined functions. They are already there in the tool. We are going to take them and we are going to use it. Those are all called predefined or built-in functions. In this predefined function, again, it is divided into two types. Those are, first one is single row function. Single row functions. And the second one is multi-row function. Usually we won't use the single row function, because how the single row function works means this single row function will have only will give n number of input and will take it will take the n number of outputs and it will give the n number of it will take the n number of inputs and it will give the n number of outputs. Okay, so we are not going to use it mostly. Okay, this is the single row functions. Here, what happens in this, it has a capability of taking n number of inputs, and also it will provide n number of outputs. Okay. Then the same way, since it will it will take n number of inputs and n number of outputs, obviously the count of the input is directly proportional to the count of the outputs. Okay. And then another one we have is multi-row functions. We are going to use this multi-row functions in the SQL tool. Okay. Here, this type of functions, they have the capability of taking n number of inputs, but they are going to execute with the output only one. It will take n number of inputs, but it will display a single output. Means what it will do, all the outputs, all the inputs which will be given, it will make a group of that inputs, then it will give the single output for them. So we can call this multi-row functions as group function and as well as aggregate function. Okay. Here in the multi-row function, we have totally 5 types of functions. First one is count function. And second one is minimum function. Third one is maximum. We have fourth one has sum function. Then the last one is average function. For now, we are using these 5 basic main functions. Okay, these comes under multi-row functions. The first one is count, minimum, maximum, sum, and average function. Why we use the count function means, count function is used to count the number of data that contains in the table. Okay, the table which contains how many number of data that can be, we can calculate that data by using the count function. How we use it means count and parenthesis. Okay, inside this parenthesis we are going to provide particular column or particular table. Means table, the whole table means we are going to give the star symbol inside the parenthesis, or if it is mentioned like I need the number of values of this particular column, we are going to mention particular column name. Okay, then we have the minimum function. Why we use the minimum function? Obviously to know the lowest value. Okay, to know the lowest value in any of the column, we are going to use this minimum function. And then we have the maximum function. Maximum function is used to know the highest value. Okay, getting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then we have the next one is sum function. Why we use the sum function? Summation.
Summation of the values.
Sorry. To add the values of the particular column to get the total. Okay, to get the total of a particular column, we are, for example, salary. I need to get, I want to sum of the salary of this particular table. If the query is provided in that way, then we can use the sum function for that. Then we have average function. We are going to use this like AVG with parenthesis, average of or average of the values. To find the average of the values, we are going to use this average function. How we use this function? What is the syntax to use the function means? The functions are going to, we are going to use in the select statement itself. Okay. Select, then any of the function we should mention here. It might be like, it might be count, minimum, maximum, sum, and average. Just mention the function name, and obviously parenthesis. After that, I should mention the table from which you are fetching this data. If the query is provided with any conditions, you can continue the query by using the where class. Okay. For example, for count function, like if I select count of, I'll give star. I want the count of whole table. Okay, so I am giving star. Then I'm going to mention the table name. See, I got the count 19. How many values I have in my table? 19, right? Guys, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought you guys left the meeting. If you won't speak, I feel in that way only, na? Okay, then we have the minimum function. Same way. Select minimum function that can be used like min inside the parenthesis. Here, I'm going to take the salary column as the example. So salary, what it should display?
Minimum values.
Yeah, minimum salary it should display. It's the minimum that is displaying 15,000. Why it is displaying 15,000? That is not the minimum one, right? I already said why it will take why in SQL tool it will take the highest value as the minimum one.
First digit.
Correct. It will take the first digit as in the unit place. It won't consider the last digit. Okay. So it is showing the 15,000. Okay. Then we have the maximum function. $6,000 is the maximum it's showing. Actual maximum is 20,000. Right? Since it is we have 20,000, this it will consider the first digit. It is showing 6,000 as the maximum set. Okay. Then we have sum function. I want sum of the salary. $247,000 is the sum of the salary of 19 people. Okay. Then we have the last one, that is average. Average of salary. How we calculate the average?
Sum of all divided by
Total values. Total values divided by number of values, right? That is how we are going to calculate the average. And these are all the functions we are going to use in the SQL tool. Okay, and these are all the types of set operators. Any doubts? Okay, take down the notes. Take the heading as set operators. In that, set operators are special type of operators. Set operators are special type of operators which are used to combine the results of two queries. Which are used to combine the results of two queries. Full stop. In the next line, continue in the next line. There are certain rules which must be followed. There are certain rules. There are certain rules which must be followed to perform the set operator in SQL. There are certain rules which must be followed to perform the set operators in SQL. Full stop. In the next line, put the heading as rules. Under that first point, number and order of the column must be same. Number and order of the column must be same. Full stop. Next point. Data types must be compatible. Data types must be compatible. Full stop. In the next line, types of set operators. Types of set operators. In that first one, union. Second one is union all. Third one is intersect. And the fourth one is minus. Union all, intersect, and minus. Take down the heading as first one, that is union. In that, this operator is used to merge the output of outputs of two or more queries. This operator is used to merge the outputs of two or more queries, but in union operator, it cannot accept duplicate values. But in union operator, it cannot accept duplicate values. Take down this as example. Just write down the query.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Next, take down the heading union all operator. Union all operator. In that, this operator is also merging the outputs of two or more queries. Outputs of two or more queries. But it will accept duplicate values. Take down this query as example.
Ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Next one, intersect operator. Intersect operator. This operator, this operator is to display, is to display the common output records. This operator is to display the common output records, the common output records from the two or more queries, from the two or more queries. Take down this query as example. Then, okay. Take down the next heading, that is minus operator. In that, this operator is used to display, this operator is used to display all the output records, all the output records from first query, all the output records from first query, which is not present in another query. All the output records from first query, which is not present in another query. Which is not present in another query. Here, sorry, I got confused. Like, has it defines? It is going to display all the records of the first query output that is not present in the second query. The detail that is present in the first query, right? And the details which is not present in the second query, the same detail that is present in the first query, which is not present in the second query, only that result is going to be displayed. Means we have Naveen and Lata in the second query also. So it won't display the Naveen and Lata details. It will display only Chaya details. Okay. If it has the same things in both the queries, it won't display that details, the common details. And it will display only the different detail that present in the first query only. It won't take the second query different detail. Just try to execute it in the online compiler. If you won't get it also, I'll do it in the next session. Okay. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll continue the notes of functions from the next session. I hope you guys understood the both set operators as well as functions.